Hi guys, this is AgnosticMonk here, and in this tutorial video I'm going to be going over how to get the Stank portrait for StarCraft 2. It's on the left to die map on heroic difficulty, or hard mode. The achievement is not to let the Stank kill any buildings or any units. So we're just going to start out at 2 speed because this takes far too long. We skipped the initial video. So what you're going to do in the first wave is you're going to garrison your bunkers here and up here. And you're also going to build another bunker either on the top here or the other side, depending on what you want to do really. And, you know, lay spider mines down. The first wave is pretty much just as it is normally how you do it. So, yeah. Just gonna skip through this until nightfall. You can pretty much move your factory out of the way because it's kind of useless in this. You're not going to be using it at all. The main point of this is just to get planetary fortresses up as quickly as possible after the first wave comes out. Yeah, so I put an extra barracks up, which probably wasn't really necessary, but you know, it's pretty useful for the hunterlings. So basically just during this wave you can just sort of let your marines do most of the work, kill off the kaboomers, and yeah, just wait till daybreak. And then as daybreak starts getting closer, what you're going to start to do is you're going to destroy this bunker because you don't really need it there anymore. And what you're going to do is you're going to build 2 planetary fortresses there and there, and that's basically going to be your main defense for when the Stank comes. You can just sort of garrison marines up on the top bit as well, because spotters will come out in the next wave and they kind of destroy bunkers pretty quickly. Yeah, during this phase I just sort of got out as many marines as possible just for protection, and I also started to upgrade armor for structures, which is really useful. As far as like SCV protection goes, you basically just need to have 1 SCV behind your planetary fortress at all times, just healing it until the Stank comes, when it's advisable to have more. So yeah, skip through this as well.
You should set some guards.
So yeah, during this wave, the only difference is there's going to be things called spotters which will come, which are flying ones, which don't really make that much difference, but they do sort of lock down bunkers pretty well. Again, these waves are just kind of useless. And during this time, you should probably think about building a tech lab for concussive shells for marines, for marauders even, and get stim packs for marines. That's what I've just started to do there. Yeah, that's the spotter. And as you see, it just locks down the bunker, and that can't really shoot when it does that. As you can see, it got my bunker there. I mean, the main thing about this that separates it from what the normal achievement in this is that you're not actually going to go out during daybreak and attack things. This is purely for the achievement. Okay, so during Daybreak 2 you're going to have 2 planetary fortresses up here. Because this is when the infested marines start to break through. Also, actually that should have been done during the last Daybreak. And then during the next Daybreak you should build 2 planetary fortresses down here as well, because they'll start breaking through the southern rocks. Again, during this phase it's just basically about making sure everything's repaired. It's advisable to build 2 bunkers in your mineral line as well, just to protect against any hunterlings that jump over the top.
Nightfall.
Yeah, basically just make sure everything's upgraded. You don't really need to upgrade the marines' weaponry. You can if you want, but it's not really essential. What I would recommend is just, like I said before, getting concussive shells and getting stim packs, because they really help to slow down the kaboomers and the chokers as well. Yeah, my partner was a little slow on building the planetary fortress down there, but it didn't really make much of a difference.
There's a hunterling out there. I hear a kaboomer nearby.
Yeah, so basically again this wave is just, you know, clearing up things and waiting for the stank, which will come on the next wave. You should probably also, once you get the biomass research, into medics, because they really, really help on top of the walls.
Joker.
They've broken through the south barricade. Get some troops.
Yeah.
You know, I think I saw this.
Daybreak in 30 seconds.
Yeah, so just basically waiting for a nightfall, and the next Daybreak is where you just have to basically garrison up as many marines as possible. What you'll want to do is position them just behind your planetary fortresses, so that when the stank comes, they're all just going to be standing behind, mowing it down. What you got to also remember is not to have any SCVs sort of blocking up where my marines have just walked into. Because if there's any troops out there, this tank will just mow through them, and that'll be your achievement failed. All you need to do is wait until you see the stank spawns. On hard mode, he usually spawns down here, like right at the start. Although he can spawn from pretty much anywhere, I think. But every time I've done this, he's been down here. So what you're going to ask your partner to do if you're doing this in a twin is send all of his troops behind yours. You can put stuff up on the walls as well. It probably helps because the stank can't attack things up there.
Nightfall in 30 seconds.
Yeah, have about 4 SCVs, or 3 or 4 SCVs behind each planetary fortress, just in case, you know, it takes a bit more damage if you've not got the amount of marines.
Set some guards. They'll be coming.
Yeah.
There's a hunterling out there.
The stank should spawn about, it's like about a minute or 2 into the second wave, into the fourth wave. You'll see it because it will come as a big skull on the map. Yeah, again, you can just let your marines take care of pretty much everything. Right, okay, there you go, there's the stank spawned. It's a big fucking thing. So what I've asked my friend to do is just send all of his troops up onto the walls to help out destroy it when it comes. And then you're just going to stim all your troops and just mow the thing down. As you can see, it's relatively easy. The planetary fortress isn't taking that much damage. The SCVs are able to out-heal it. And yeah, there you go. There's the achievement. Stank portrait unlocked. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been my first tutorial video, so it's been a bit messy, but, you know, hope it helps people out. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. See you around.